There are two different ways to look at this. If it's a question of being able to listen to multiple subliminal messages on the same topic, of course you can. It is possible. But is it advisable or recommended? A lot of subliminal users have different opinions about that. Some think it is wise to stick to one subliminal theme. There are others of the opinion that multiple subliminal messages from different producers can be listened to on the same topic, but there are set methods to achieve this feat. The methods identified by the second school of thought include having breaks between the minutes or hours you listen to one producer and moving on to the next, listening to a limited number of different subliminals, or listening to multiple subliminals as long as they are separated and not mixed together. This group generally believes that a listener should do what works for them, whatever the case may be. We will definitely get better insights as we explain further in the video. How many subliminal messages should you listen to in one day? Generally, there is no limit to the number of subliminal messages you can listen to in a day, but it is also advised to space them out in convenient patterns. Listeners who use subliminals at night are a bit more limited with the number and frequency, even though it is considered more effective with its impact on the subconscious mind. Night users should only use subliminal for an estimated period of 3 to 4 hours in order to allow the brain enough time to rest. The frequency of using subliminal messages should be a thing of common sense and judgment with a set goal in mind. The purpose of using any type of subliminal is to achieve a set goal, either to feel confident, feel attractive, lose weight, get a new job, lose a bad habit, or gain a good one. Having an end goal is the whole point of using subliminals, as it is used to achieve your set goals. Choosing the type of subliminal to listen to is ultimately determined by your set goal, and the frequency may be dependent on the time you intend to achieve that goal or how effective the subliminal you have chosen is. For example, if you have a presentation in a few days and you lack confidence, you may want to use some confidence-boosting affirmations with subliminals to shake out those nerves a few days prior and leading up to the presentation. It is also important to read the guidelines of subliminal messages because they are written there to guide you on how to effectively utilize the media. It will also inform you of the purpose of the message and probably the ways the producer programmed his message and music to seep into your subconscious and impact your mind a certain way. Some producers may not be so detailed, but essentially, all we require from them is for their medias to be effective with zero side effects. If a user has more than one set goal, then they can listen to more than one subliminal to meet their set goals, assuming that one subliminal cannot meet their multiple goals. The take-home here is that the frequency and the number of subliminal messages you listen to is not so much an issue as the quality of subliminal messages you listen to. You must be able to trust a producer with something as delicate as your subconscious, and this means sourcing and investing in a good quality subliminal from a reputable producer. What happens if you listen to too many subliminal messages? This question is being asked with the assumption that listening to multiple subliminal messages is a bad thing. Like I mentioned earlier, it is a matter of judgment. Some listeners listen to multiple subliminals and end up confused without achieving the intended purpose of the audio message. It is advisable for people like this to avoid listening to multiple messages even on the same topic from different producers and focus instead on one message from a producer to achieve a set goal. They can move on to a new subliminal after achieving their previous goal. Their argument for sticking to one subliminal is that it is more effective towards meeting set goals and purpose in the long run. Looking at it from an objective point of view, listening to one good quality subliminal and completely surrendering yourself to the effects of its message will go a long way to seeping into your subconscious faster and more effectively. On the other hand, ramming the subconscious with different subliminal programs may likely confuse your mind. Again, like before, this brings us right back to personal preferences. Do multiple subliminal messages confuse you? Do they work for you? If the answer is a no and a yes, then why limit yourself? Invest in high-quality subliminals. Space out your listening sessions and allow your brain time to rest, and you should be fine. How many hours should I listen to subliminals? There is no set standard time limit or duration for listening to subliminals. You can listen for as long as you can during the day. Do not forget that they are mostly audios that come programmed as cool sounds with underlying messages targeted to speak to our subconscious. These messages are mostly undetectable by a conscious mind. This is why they are best listened to when you are sleeping or busy during the day. The only time when putting a limit on subliminals would be as during the night time. This is when your brain requires some rest from all the information receiving and processing it has gone through during the day. Subliminal messages can be listened to for an estimated period of 3 to 4 hours while you're asleep. How can I speed up subliminals? Several users have postulated ways to speed up the effectiveness of subliminal messages. Some of the methods include meditating for several minutes to enter the alpha and theta states of mind in order to make the subconscious more receptive. Meditating for a few minutes will transport you to the alpha state of mind, while meditating for an extended period of time until you become unaware of your environment and body is what the theta state of mind is used for. Listening to a subliminal message in either of these stages is said to abundantly improve the effectiveness of the process. Another way to speed up the process of a subliminal is to take note of your conscious and subconscious resistances and overcome them. Many users think their subliminal messages are ineffective or they cause no change in them, but unknown to them they may have some resistances that prevents them from receiving and accepting the message a subliminal has to offer. Some users are largely of the opinion that listening and sticking to one subliminal per time is a sure way to speed up your subliminal effect. Another great way to increase speed is to listen to your messages at night time, because our subconscious has zero or less resistance to put up against the message during the night. What are forced subliminal messages, and do they work? Forced subliminals refers to messages that can forcibly seep through the blockages set up in the minds of critics who have doubts and reservations about subliminal messages. Forced subliminal messages force the body or subconscious to experience change or accept the impact of the message. The whole point of forced subliminal is for them to work even without you believing in them. Some users, however, are of the opinion that they do not work, but that is the beauty of an oxymoron, isn't it? Can we really conclude that a subliminal doesn't work when the media was made to work for you even if you don't believe in it? Some other users are convinced it helps them even with all their skepticism. Irrespective of the effectiveness or ineffectiveness of forced subliminals, it has a market and it is here to stay. To summarize, subliminal messages are fast gaining popularity among people looking for improved ways of attaining a mental boost for confidence and improved performance. While there have been controversies over the years regarding the possibility of listening to multiple subliminal messages simultaneously, studies and personal experiences have shown that individual preference and application of wisdom and caution are key to deriving the right benefits from quality subliminal media. Sources and reference links are in the description below. If you stuck around to the end, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Check out our blog brainhackerexpert.com. And thank you for watching.